Ah, the desert. I'm back in the desert of southern Arizona, out exploring in my Jeep, which just got brand new tires. BF Goodrich all-terrain KO2s, 315 7017 load range C. The tires that just came off lasted me a couple years, but they were rough, very beat up, and at least one plug. So this is time, and it's one of the first steps that I'm taking to kind of get the Jeep back into shape. New tires. I left pavement about 3 miles back. I already aired down to about 15 psi, so it's nice and comfortable. It's like riding on a cloud, and I'm out exploring BLM roads. This track heads to those mountains over there where I hope to find a campsite for tonight. It's only around 1 p.m., so I have plenty of time to explore and enjoy the journey, but I hope to find an idyllic campsite tucked away where I can settle in, make burgers, and enjoy a peaceful evening. What do we got here? Bees. The bees are long gone. Just chipmunks, snakes, daddy longleggers. Neat. This feels safe. Let's go. This is absolutely stunning back here. It's mid-March in 2024, and this is the time of year that the Sonoran desert comes to life. Everything turns green, the birds are out, the flowers are blooming. Although I'm looking for a proper campsite, it's so pristine and garden-like out here that I think I'd be happy with any arbitrary spur. Just pop the camper and spend the night there. Wow, this is amazing. satisfaction. Good spot. There's some gnats. They're swarming around my burger. Oh no, come on. No, get away. Good morning. This, I think, is the perfect example of why we fell in love with the Sonoran Desert in the first place. I slept wonderfully last night. Aside from some weird dreams, I slept in my t-shirt with the window open in mid-March. And then, after making coffee, I went up onto that mountain, just to poke around and see what the view was like. And it was phenomenal. I didn't know this campsite was here in advance, although I had a hunch. I was exploring on Gaia GPS, and I saw this primitive track into the mountains, and then I loaded up Google Maps, looked at satellite view, and I could see the saguaros. You can see that in satellite view. Sometimes you can see fire rings, but I had the feeling that it would be an exceptional campsite, and it paid off. In some of this video footage where the Jeep drives by the camera, you might be able to hear the suspension creaking and groaning. It's an AEV 3.5-inch suspension system with Bilstein 5100 shocks, and it's been installed for about 120,000 miles now. It has had a hard life, and I know by now that the suspension components are hammered after all they've been through. The driver's side front coil spring has a little bit of arc to it, and it's rubbing against the frame. I think the rear shocks are shot because it bounces around a lot on the bumps. So I ordered new springs and new shocks, exact replacements, AEV 3.5 inch and Bilstein 5100s, just to freshen things up and give the suspension a new lease on life. I ordered the parts from OK 4-Wheel Drive in New Jersey, and this is not paid promotion, this is a shout out. OK 4-Wheel Drive has supported Venture Forward from the very beginning. Even further back from Venture Forward, I was in Blue Mountain Jeep Alliance club in Pennsylvania, guiding trails at Paragon Adventure Park maybe 28 years ago, and I met the guys at OK 4-Wheel Drive and got a job there. I worked at OK 4-Wheel Drive for 10 years, and then I left to do my own thing. I was always a techie, so I got into web development, and then in around 2017, 2018, I stopped doing web development altogether and left to travel in my Jeep and make videos. Lunchtime. This is a factor meal that I've been heating for 2 hours using the hot logic plugged into a 12-volt outlet. And let me see. It's garlic, mushroom, chicken thighs. Shannon and I started getting these factor meals when we were renovating our kitchen. We weren't in a good place to prepare our own food, so these pre-made meals come once a week, and they're actually pretty good. Not sponsored, this isn't some influencer thing, I'm just showing you what I'm eating. I know I'm a little bit underexposed in this shot, but that's okay. I'm in the shadow of a rock formation, and I came up here to get out of the wind so that I could talk to the camera. But this place is incredible. It might be my new favorite area to explore in the Sonoran Desert. It just keeps going and going and going, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. There are tons of phenomenal camping opportunities, including this spot where I just had lunch. It's along a very lightly traveled BLM road, so privacy is almost assured. It's surrounded by saguaros, and it's next to this large yellow desert mountain. I'm going to put a pin in this spot and come back and explore more another time, but for now I'm going to call it a wrap. If you're interested in retracing my steps and experiencing these places for yourselves, my detailed GPS data is available to Patreon subscribers and also to paid members of venture4wd.com. So please check out my website. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next week.